most of you know these sessions that we always open up during a rehearsal period, but there's some lovely new faces here because it's the first one we've had in the south. But we do open up in Halifax in 10 days' time. No, 2 weeks tomorrow is the first performance. So this is only day 9 of rehearsals, and just in case nobody does know about our house in Halifax, it is traverse, which means audience both sides, and the tennis court, as it were, is in the middle. That's why we've asked you to, to sit both sides. Proscenium time, and we change when we go into the different venues. This play was written around about 1912 by a woman called Gita Sowerby. She wrote 6 others. This is by far the best, and I've always loved it, and I always wanted to do it. It was choosing the opportunity. And here we are, this is the opportunity, and of course a year ago I asked Jonathan if he'd come and join the company and direct the play. So, ladies and gentlemen, Jonathan Miller.
Well, it was a great privilege. I worked with you many years ago when he was a relative youngster. You were a youngster when we were working at Nottingham Playhouse together.
That long ago.
Yeah, that's what it was.
68.
68, and then he, out of the blue, came this invitation to, first of all, come and see D-Club and see what the theatre looks like, and to see one of the productions. I've always admired what, in fact, he's done. I think it's the most extraordinary achievement, Northern Broadside. It's one of the great achievements of English theatre. And I think, you see, that one of the things I deplore about the sort of curious London-centred sensibility of the Art Council and all that is to have a thing called the National Theatre on the south bank of the London. It's like having the National Health Service located at St Thomas's Hospital, nowhere else. And I think that it ought to be one of a number of things which bear the NT National Theatre sign, all across the United Kingdom. It's been a great pleasure working here. And it's been a great pleasure doing this particular play, with which I was unacquainted when he asked me to do it. I read it immediately and thought, this is an extraordinary play. It has been done, of course, since it was written. It's been done, I think, 1 or 2 times since it was first written in 1912. And it's become apparent to me as we've done it that it's as good, and I make no hesitation in saying this, as good as Chekhov. It's an extraordinary piece of dramatic realism and a finesse that it has. And there's something also curiously appropriate about working on doing a play in which, in addition to being a curious family tragedy, it's also about an industrial circumstance in which they're suffering from the equivalent of the recession which we're enduring now. So that it's curiously timely to have this play which deals with things which people are, unfortunately, well, particularly, anything north, 200 miles north of London, all sorts of people are enduring it. So, anyway, and the other thing is this enormous pleasure of working with this amazingly talented cast. I mean, I didn't have to do very much. They didn't on and did it. I get one or two suggestions, but otherwise it was just, so I'm really sort of redundant, really. Fortunately, I live just around the corner here, so I can go home and leave them to it. So anyway, we'll just...
It's up to you if you want to stay for all 3 acts. There's no music, there's no battles in this play, there's no great deus ex machinas to show you and all that. It's just a solid, dramatic piece of work.
So if you want, I mean, we can do the whole thing right the way through, all 3 acts. And if it's too long for you to sit in these rather awkward, uncomfortable chairs, you can leave whenever you want to, except in the middle of the performance. So that there is a short gap between Act 1 and Act 2, and if anyone wants to leave, to relieve yourself in whatever way you want to, or you would simply like to relieve yourself by leaving, then then that's the time to do it. And then there's a real interval of about 15 minutes between the second and the third act. So that if you want to stay through, then if only 4 or 5 of you through, we'll go on doing it. It's always to our convenience to keep on running it because it gets well. Okay, well then I haven't got anything else to say. We just do it.